Hey guys, I wanted to make a video. This is a. I was going to make a video on the comments from some of the people that commented, or I was going to basically reply to the comments on my last video in video form, but instead I'm going to make this video uh, just because it's on my mind here lately. And that's depression. And I'm going to pretty much dive into uh, how my depression has always been. It's honestly gotten better over the years, but I used to have severe depression. Like I wanted to die every day of my life when I was a teenager. Um, just being unhealthy and addicted to pornography. It was just the two things, which I didn't know at the time had anything to do with my depression. And so I was living basically aimlessly, trying to figure out I am the way I am, why I'm invisible to the world, why nobody wants me. Not just because I might be lesser attractive or whatever. It's just I always felt. I mean, that's a big part of it, but like, I always felt like there was something else. I was always insecure. I always felt, I never liked the way I looked. I never liked the way I acted. And I guess looking back, I've discussed this in previous videos. Is like, I think deep down, I've always just been so unhappy with the way I look that I couldn't act the way I wanted to around people. My personality has changed over the years. It's gotten worse and then it's gotten better thanks to discovering NoFap. But me working full time has helped. That's kept the pornography down by default. And when I was in a relationship, that kept the pornography down as a default. Um, of course, the worst depression I ever had was situational, not clinical. Uh, when I got cheated on with my first girlfriend, that was the worst because it felt, I guess, getting someone to actually give you a chance and then it you hitting it off with this person and being together for about a year and they cheat on you and you get so used to waking up with a good morning phone call and good night phone call and you're the center of her universe, and then all of a sudden in the blink of an eye it's gone. It's the worst. Luckily, they do say every guy should go through a breakup like that. Every guy should go through a heartbreak, and I actually agree. Just because getting to rock bottom, getting to rock bottom like that, to getting to that point where you just do not want to wake up at all, you just want to die. You have no Instapots going off. That you just want to crawl in a hole and die, basically. I'm making this chicken broccoli casserole. Made my broccoli. Made my rice. Got some of the other ingredients. I look forward to this recipe. So I'm doing 2 meals out of it. I really wanted to do something with a lot of nutrition and high volume, which is my normal diet. But here lately, I've been doing since I've been doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day. I've discovered I've really been able to eat what I want. So I've been eating a lot of crappy foods. Yesterday I was doing DoorDash and somebody canceled their order, and so I got to eat their McDonald's, which was kind of nice. But then it didn't leave me much calories for dinner, so that sucked. But yeah. But back to the depression. Yeah, that was the worst. I really love that girl. She was my fiance. Uh, looking back, I've always had my own sense of like what love should be. Female nature I didn't discover until pretty much recently. I would say a few years ago, but I've really truly let it sink in recently. Um, Women pretty much don't care about you unless you do something for them. Unless you're attractive or you support them or you make them laugh, anything like that. And I really have a lot to I could say a lot. And I feel like there's so many things I really want to talk about. I'm gonna try to make it on as short as I can possibly make it. Um, but this is a very in-depth video, so it kind of warrants going into multiple subjects. But I could make multiple videos too. So, but I have always been insecure, and I've always had low self-esteem. And being fat isn't, and even ugly or whatever. If you don't consider me ugly, great. But like me being not conventionally attractive, let's just say that. Me being a sub 5 male in dating terms, look it up if you don't know what that means. It means below average. What was I talking about? That alone would warrant somebody having low self-esteem. But a lot of people can get by with other things. They can have a great personality, great people skills, good status, something. They bring something to the table, and I just never have. I think I'm self-diagnosed with Asperger's syndrome. So, like, I'm not 100% sure if it's Asperger's or no porn addiction, because they had, like I said before in another video, that they have very similar symptoms. Lack of eye contact, bad social skills, sometimes I guess not common sense or uncommon sense, lack of common sense. Kind of thinking different. We're intelligent in a lot of areas and dumb in others. A lot of people with Asperger's tend to be smart in a lot of either smart or smart in creative ways, or something like that. All right, there's a Boogie 298 video I want to watch. I've been into him lately. I've kind of enjoyed seeing his comeback. I kind of relate to Boogie 298, but I'm not gonna get into that too much. It's just kind of his personality changes over time, kind of reflect mine. Anyways, what was I talking about? Damn, I gotta do better about being sidetracked. Oh, but yeah, I've always had like low self-esteem, but there's other people in my situation that don't have it or don't let it affect them. And I think they're happier with the person they are. And this weight loss journey that I'm currently on started, the NoFap mixed with the weight loss journey started because I learned in my last relationship the reason why it failed, the reason why I became a worse person over time, the reason why I felt like she fell out of love with me, even though she still loves me, even though she still wants to be with me, but I can't be with her based on circumstances. Just various factors that I've went into in the past. Brain fart. I'm bad today. But I even though she still wants to be with me, it's just I don't want to be with her for those factors. But but I know what I did wrong, and I've truly understand what I did wrong in that relationship. And even though I don't want to be back with her right now, I don't know if I could ever, whatever. I'm just kind of want to be free right now. I want to focus on myself. I want to be happier, healthier. I want to finally become the person I am. But the thing I realized, the reason why I got worse over time was because I kept gaining my weight back. I gained all my weight back. The 130 pounds that I lost, I gained all back within a year, if not half a year. And over time, I became more of a hermit. I became more antisocial. I became more staying in the game room. What the hell's going off? Oh yeah, the rice. Now I gotta get to the rice off. Making a video while I'm cooking. Let's see if the rice turned out good. I looked up a video on it. Yeah, it's pretty thick. Oh shit. I've never cooked rice hardly. I did the bola bag. I'm actually curious how this tastes. I cooked it in chicken broth this time because my friend said to do that. It needs salt, but it don't taste as bad as bola bag. I don't know why bola bag tastes so metallic. Damn it! Forgot to turn the timer off. Damn it! I can't see. There we go. All right. But anyway, yeah, I could see the rice having potential. All right. I don't know if I'll add salt now or later. Anyways. I forgot what I was talking about. Again, but this time for good reason, because I had to get up. But over time, I became a hermit. More and more, right? And I realized, I was unhappy. I had a crush on a certain person in our family, and I always felt like shit sometimes, depending on the situation. I'm gonna get into it. But what I realized anyway is me gaining all the weight back. I just wasn't happy with the way I looked. The way I was not happy with the person I was. And looking deep into it, doesn't seem like that in the moment. It seems like I can just get by, but it's like it became to the point where it's like being around people when I look like this, when I'm not like my very best, it just makes me not want to be around like anyone, I'm making these videos as I've journaled to myself, but I am hoping people watch and relate to it, or at least or have been there, or can give me advice, whatever. There's various things I want to come out of this, but it's weird how my self-image has always affected the way I act around people. I used to be a lot goofier, and around, at least around my weird friends in school. And I don't know, over time, I just became more and more serious, not wanting to show like my playful side. I've gotten better about that at work. Like I'm silly at work around my crush and other people. They don't see this overly serious person. I'm pretty antisocial for the most part. People come up to me, and I don't really go up to people too much. That's something I hope changes a little bit when I get to that, my goal weight and stuff. But yeah, I'm just started my NoFap journey again, so I'm still kind of in that low state. I'm gonna make my NoFap video in a few days, kind of give y'all an update on that. But yeah, I'm just in this like really down state, and I've been dabbling into the online dating stuff. I was talking to a girl. We had a good conversation, but I think it was just that's all she wanted out of it was friendship or like conversation or whatever, or she wasn't attracted to me. And it just kind of like it's fine, like really, but it's like I guess I couldn't help but get my hopes up a little bit, and it's just kind of put me in a kind of a shitty mood today. We talked all day the last 2 days, not today, but I kind of like got cold on her a little bit, so it is on me. But it's basically I saw there was like I'm open to having friends and stuff online and stuff, but it's like I think right now it's just like it's bringing me down. It's like taking my insecurities and opening them up, and I'm not trying. Like I'm trying. I want to have online dating. Like I want to dabble in it just to kind of not take it seriously, but to kind of just gauge what's working for me, and just kind of experimenting on it. Just like having conversations, seeing what pictures may, if I get more matches for certain pictures. Trying to do the no beard thing, the beard thing. For some reason, even though I shaved, it's growing out. I guess because of the guard. I don't know. It's weird. Like when I first shaved, it got really low, and now it's like reshaving. It ain't working. I don't know. It's weird. But some people told me to get a goatee, but the goatee is my most hated part of my beard because that part grows out. I mean, I could shave this and just leave this. I thought about just leaving this. I did this once where I just left this, but I'm not getting into that right now. Yeah, I feel shitty for the most of the day. I mean, it was kind of coming up and down. I haven't done as good on my hydration. Like I'm not dehydrated. I do get that way after eating or whatever, but it's like I've been pretty good for the most part. It's not clear most of the day. But I think today is, oddly enough, I've been doing good with hydration. Like, I don't know if it's because I've been losing fluid, because I've taken fluid pills, and you know how your pee gets clear when well, I don't know. A lot of you probably don't know how it is. But my ex had a bunch of fluid pills, and I took some, and you pee clear. All the fluid you lose is basically like being fully hydrated. It's kind of cool. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was like I let go of some like salt or whatever, or like the salt retention, whatever you call it. Maybe released. Maybe that's what it was. Why it's so easy to stay hydrated today. Some days it's like you can't. There's nothing I can do. I will, like, as soon as I get clear pee, boom, it'll get dark within seconds. That's what it feels like anyway. And I'm a bigger guy, so they say it takes more to hydrate us because our body weight or mass or whatever. That's another thing that I used to never, not only was I unhealthy, I never drank water for like 10 plus years. I remember being like, water was a taboo, like this foreign thing to me at a long period of time. Mainly because of how gross our tap water was. That pretty much sealed it for me. I mean, I still don't like water. But back then that was the main thing, was like how gross it was to drink tap water. And to this day, I will not drink tap water, even if it is somewhere cleaner than others. Some cities have better water filters or whatever. Maybe apartment complex. I don't know how it is, but plus they say it's pretty unhealthy. I don't really care to trust it. I'd rather just drink the bottle. That's just the way it is. My vitamins, that helps my depression a good bit. I don't know if it's the zinc or I think it's the vitamin D or C, one of the two. Another thing that's keeping me from being pretty in a good mood is it's winter. I'm usually like more depressed because of maybe the less sun, and I'm not out. I wasn't out for a while. When I first started uploading videos, it was during the blizzard, and yeah, I was inside for like a week straight, well, almost a week straight. I did go to work for like a few hours on a Thursday, and I think I went to the grocery store. That's about it. So yeah, I noticed like my skin was getting really bad looking. Me losing weight so rapidly, I think, is one of the reasons why it looks so bad. Sometimes my face has to play catch up. Every like 10 or 20 pounds, it's like I look really good and then I look really bad. It's like, I don't know. It's kind of weird because it's like in the past, I've looked better at heavier weights. I think that's one of the reasons why maybe I'm having such a bad luck on online dating. I know, guys, you said not to focus on online dating. I'm not going to try to. I've already pretty much. I'm not going to log in anymore. I'm not even going to swipe. I'm not going to upload pictures. I'm not even going to cycle out pictures. I'm just not messing with it. That conversation with that girl just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It's like to where it's just like I just don't want to bother with it at all, and I just want to focus on myself. I do want to like update things every 10 pounds or 20 pounds or so. It just sucks because time is not going by that fast, and it's just like it feels like it's been so long. I pretty much stayed off Facebook. I'm trying not to upload, update, or even share memes. I'm staying off of it because I just feel like it's whenever I am really depressed, I automatically know to stay off Facebook. That's one of the best things. Whenever I got cheated on, when I was talking about earlier, um, that's when I stayed off Facebook. I forgot what I looked up that told me to do that, or basically stay off social media. But that was one of the best things that ever happened to me when it came to like getting my depression lowered. Staying off Facebook because I'm always looking for validation. I'm always looking for validation on some sense. Like I want to connect with people. I want to make people either laugh or whatever, in some way, or maybe message people, you know, and get a sense that people want to talk to me. It's just like, and being a porn addict and not having pheromones or whatever, or not being on a spiritual wave. There's a lot of weird shit when it comes to porn that helps, like when you're addicted enough to the point like I was, and I was severely addicted. I would pretty much use it as a just, if I was bored, I'd watch porn. That was me. I was like, when you think of a porn addict at its almost worst, there's worse porn addicts than I was. There's people that has to do it at pretty much any stage. I was that guy, kind of like when I was in my teenage years. I would try to, like, no matter where I was, if I could find a like privacy, I would do it. Like, it was so bad where I was always trying to watch porn. And my even though when I was in my last relationship, even though I limited it to once a day, which didn't seem that bad to normal people, that's like probably severe, but like I think normal today, that's not that bad, but it's like still I was doing myself no favors, and I still was clearly addicted, and I think I should have cured my porn addiction first before I went to that, but I don't know how it is. I feel like some people need to go on longer streaks and some people don't. I don't know if there's a way to truly cure the porn damage, that the brain damage that porn has done. I don't know if there's a way to truly do it without like completely cutting it out, but we'll see. I do plan on completely cutting it out, at least for the most part. Moderation ain't the best for certain things. Some things you can do in moderation, like dieting. You can do in moderation. You can limit sugar. It can be severely addicting, but I can limit sugar. I can tell you one thing though. Porn is 1,000 times harder to quit than sugar. I've lost 130 pounds. I'm now down 90 pounds again, and it was easy in comparison to even quitting porn for 7 days. Like even 7 days of porn is like harder. Now, granted, I'm gonna try to start going to the gym soon, and that getting the motivation to go to the gym is because my job is already cardio heavy. I really don't need to go to the gym to lose weight. I've lost a shit ton of weight very quickly, and it's thanks to my job, partially. Now it's been slow for the last few months, so I kind of do need to do a little exercise because I'm basically not moving for most of the day. I mean, I'm moving, but like very slowly. It's a very slow pace because we're just pacing ourselves because the number's so low. But if things speed up again, I'll be burning some more calories for sure. Um, yeah, but when it comes to like going to the gym, I really don't need to for the most part. I do want to build muscle at one point, but that's one of the things. The first time I ever uh, cured my depression, and I fully cured it when I was 19 years old. It was the first ever weight loss journey I started. After I messaged a girl confessing my feelings for her, embarrassing the shit out of myself, not knowing how to talk to girls. It was like the first girl I ever really connected with online. Yeah, I really didn't connect with her. It wasn't two-sided. It was all me. But she was nice to me and sweet, and she would reply to me, and I took it as her being interested. And I basically thought there was something there, and there wasn't. She was just being nice the entire time. I remember asking her for her MySpace because I met her on my yearbook at the time. I asked her if she had MySpace, and I friended her on there. And maybe it could have led to something, but I even, oddly enough, I saw her in person because I knew she worked at Subway. So I actually saw her in person. I thought that was pretty cool. She was really attractive and probably way out of my league, but I didn't know that at the time. Unless unless looks didn't matter to her as much, or she was not opposed to fat guys, but I don't know. But she was like the first big crush I ever had online dating was, and yeah, I embarrassed the shit out of myself so bad to where, and there was two things that triggered this weight loss journey. The crush that I had, that I was in love with, I was absolutely infatuated with all through school. She was a weird girl, but I loved her weirdness. She was like this like Barbie doll, weird. Like she was so like sweet and positive, and um, she was just she was kind of strange, and I loved her for being so different, and plus she was kind of cute to me. She was she was a little bit chubby, so I like that. That was the guess one of the first things, the first starts of me being into bigger girls, even though she wasn't that big, but she was just chubby. But yeah, I wanted her so bad, and for years I wanted to be like in my head I wanted to take her virginity. Basically, I wanted to be the guy that she fell in love with first. Basically, I wanted to be her first everything. I wanted us to basically be the first. Like I wanted to be the guy that did something that no other guy did. Basically, I don't know. But anyways, I found out she was pregnant from my friend, and I was honestly devastated. You know, I couldn't talk to girls worth shit. I was so addicted to porn. I could not talk to her at all. Like I talked to her on the phone before. Like we would talk, we was friends basically. We was kind of more of acquaintances. Anyways, I remember seeing her in Walmart, and she would talk to me, and I would just be basically kind of having this awkward nod and awkward face, and I remember not being able to say a single sentence to her. I could only reply, "Yeah, uh-huh, yeah," and having these awkward little snickers. Um, And then she would, tell me she had to go and stuff like that. But it devastated me that I could never talk to her, that I could never be the person I was. I remember, saying on the phone, I think I was just talking about how ugly I was, and she was like, "You're not ugly." And I remember thinking that kind of is nice, but she didn't also say I was attractive either. So it was like, it was kind of a bittersweet moment. But knowing she didn't think I was ugly was kind of cool. I remember, I remember I did have interest from my other crush, my friend's sister, who was my best friend for a few years. I was crazy about this girl too, and they was actually friends themselves. I actually met her through, I met the girl I was talking about through my other crush, who was really technically my first crush and my first girlfriend ish, whatever you want to call it. We dated for like a week in sixth grade. It don't count, but I'll just say my girlfriend, ex girlfriend, just to make it easier. Um, but she ended up dating this guy that was a complete douche, and she lost her virginity to him, and it really turned me off. I could not stand her, and I remember thinking of her as like this whore. And I was trying to be this good guy, I was trying to be this, the sweet best friend, and thinking that was going to woo her, and it didn't, and she ended up falling for the bad boy. And it just, like, to this day I cannot stand bad boys. And ironically, I'm just going to put this little thing in here. That same guy, I have him on Facebook. I don't remember friending him for some reason. Maybe it was years ago, but he finally accepted my friend request. Anyways, ironically, he is dating another girl. He has her pregnant. And guess who this girl is? A girl I was talking to on Facebook dating. And she was not, I guess, attracted to me or whatever. Whatever the case was, I recognized her. I was like, I saw him in a picture, and that girl I recognized as the girl that I was talking to for a little bit. And it was like, what the fuck? 2 times he ended up with a girl. Man, it's crazy. And she was really cute too. It's unfortunate. But you know what? He was a good looking dude. And the sad truth is, in the black pill community, looks are the end all be all. Yes, you can get away with personality. Yes, you can get away with status or people skills or whatever, but looks matter so much. And I gotta face it. I've got to look better. I've got to improve. Mm. But yeah, kicking off that initial weight loss journey, the very first time when I was 18 years old, and I lost about 60 pounds when I was 19, by the time I was 19, was I confessed my feelings for that online girl. My middle school to high school crush ended up pregnant. I don't know if the other crush, the one I was talking about, got pregnant at the time, but either way, it was like the end of the world. And I felt like there was no just living the way I was. There was no. I asked, and I'm not religious. I was an atheist at the time, and this is what made me at least agnostic. I wanted to be religious, but I can't fully be religious for the way my brain works. But I prayed to God to give me strength to get up and start bettering myself, to start working out, to lose this weight. And I was desperate. I was emotional. I needed every, I you know what I mean. And for the first time in my life, I got up and I started moving. I started exercising all day, every day. I was doing jumping jacks, sit-ups, push-ups. I was walking hours a day. I lost that 60 pounds. I'm not sure how long it took, but I felt better. My anxiety was gone. My depression was gone. I felt good. A year after that, I met the girl that cheated on me, and of course, I gained a lot of weight probably back before I met her, and she wasn't, a high quality girl or anything, but it was the first time a girl gave me attention and actually wanted me, and that kind of got me used to dating, right? And it got better and better and better over the years. But anyways, I'm gonna end the subjects here. I probably have a lot to say, but this is basically a true in-depth look on why my brain is the way it is, why I have always had this severe depression. Maybe some of you guys can relate to it, but yeah, it's been quite a road, quite a journey for me, man. I I hope things get better, and it's going to get better on NoFap, and of course the weight loss is the ultimate goal because really NoFap is going to really matter truly when I do lose weight. So that's, yes, the ultimate goal too. Both of them are ultimate goals. I'm going to need both of them because I'm not going to get anything done unless I lose weight, and I'm not going to get any progress after I lose weight until I get people skills. So it's like the next video probably is going to be people commenting on my video game video, telling me video games are not mature and it's just a waste of time. I have a lot to say about it. All right, I know this is a bit long video, guys, but I had a lot to say, and it took me a while to figure out. I am going to redo all these videos when I get better at it, when I really feel like I have a grasp on how to make good quality content. Right now, it's just me getting the camera up and just recording and trying to get in just getting everything out there. A lot of people in the past says, don't make this video, don't do this, don't do it this style, don't put low effort. It's like, this is just what I want to do right now. And thank you guys for watching, and I hope that this does lead to better quality videos.